Delighted to say, joining us at Stade de France, Ronan O'Gara, 128 caps for Ireland, La Rochelle coach, perfectly qualified to talk about this fixture. First of all, how do you reflect on that O'Gara-Sexton succession that happened?
That's an interesting question, obviously, because two competitors and none of us like losing. And I think what's happened is Johnny has taken it on to another level. Now you're looking at the new generation to bring it on to another level. It's probably the first time we've come to a game where I suppose this Irish team isn't favoured, so it's a very different setting we have for this team because they've been consistently excellent, and a lot of people have short-term memories and are forgetting that. So, you know, I think from today you'll be guaranteed that they have a fighting Irish spirit, but I think France have such quality that even though they're difficult conditions, you probably will fancy them to get ahead in the end.
Really?
Yeah, I do. They're at home. This place at 80,000 people is no other ground in the world. When they get momentum, they get confidence. I train these guys every day, and I don't think I've seen in a performance graph the capacity to have such a variance. How do I explain that to you? Maybe from people that are having a bad day in Ireland might be 60%, and if they're having a good day they could have 90%. If you're a French you could be 20%, and you could also get to 95%, which is a huge difference. Just
going to the succession plan, if you like, why haven't Ireland 2.5 years after Johnny's retirement found a definitive successor yet?
Because what's happening in Ireland, the standard has risen and it's got better, and I think, yeah, there is only 4 professional teams, but like Johnny was so dominant in that position that Jack Crowley came in, and everyone forgets how good he was in the first Six Nations season which ended in a comprehensive victory in Marseille, and it looked like at that stage that he's going to have the jersey for 10 years. Then enter Sam Prendergast, and there's obviously Kieran Crowley, and there's Harry Byrne. So like, I think the big difference is when I used to play rugby, I was able to make mistakes and stay in the Irish team. It's so ruthless nowadays, you just can't do that.
Would you have also gone for Sam Prendergast tonight with those choices at 10?
I live in Cork. Well, I live in France, but I'm from Cork. I'm a big fan of Jack Crowley. Of course I am. I like everything what he stands for. I like his competitiveness. I like his dog. I think he'll have a point to prove coming off the bench, and I think maybe he thought that this jersey was his. It's only when you kind of get threatened, I think you see another side to your character, so I think he'll be good tonight when he gets in.
But how key a night is this, do you think, for Sam? Because he had a great start in the Irish shirt, and then the game against France last year almost seemed to
yeah, but it seemed to unsettle a lot of Irish players too. Usually when your team is going well, the 10 looks better, and when it isn't going well, the 10 doesn't look great. I think the big point of difference with Sam Prendergast is his right foot. He's got a beautiful right foot with drill spirals. I think with the conditions tonight, it's undefendable if you hit them well, because what happens is that the ball accelerates off the surface, so it gains speed, so it'll be impossible for Ramos to get near the ball. So it could be an exhibition in 50-22s, and if I could leak a bit of information into the dressing room, I think he should attempt them and attempt even 10 of them, and if 4 of them come off, Ireland have a good chance of winning the game.
And just a final point, a player you know so well, of course, Inia. Very sad news about him last week. Plays for you at La Rochelle, had played for you at La Rochelle. What's the latest? And of course that'll be something that's being thought about by everyone, but especially in French rugby tonight.
Yeah, it feels like we've been in a daze for maybe 6 months, but the reality is that Winnie's alive and he's kicking and he's in good health and he's in good hands, and he'll have a great life ahead of him. He's got a long road in recovery, just in terms of he has to get fit again, and we need him fit and we need him healthy, but he gave everyone a big fright, but he's just such a lovable guy that he means so much to everyone in La Rochelle.
Ronan, great to see you. Enjoy the night.
Thank you, Gabriel.